Some of the most popular anime in recent years have been dark fantasy. If you're loving the newest seasons of Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan but are craving more from the genre, don't despair. There are plenty of amazing underrated dark fantasy anime that you can check out. From newer shows like Doro Hedoro to old-school series like Wolf's Rain, the genre is a goldmine of some of the best anime out there. Want a dark fantasy anime with an opus MC? Check out Vampire Hunter D. Looking for something a little more down-to-earth, Grimgar of fantasy, and Ash might be more your speed. No matter what you're looking for, if you're a dark fantasy fan, you'll find something here you'll love. 10. The Garden of Sinners. The Garden of Sinners is a series of 7 movies based on one of the earlier light novel series by Kinoko Nasu, the famed author behind the Fate series. If you're a Fate fan, this series will contain many of the same themes and concepts. But even if you've never seen Fate, these films are interesting in their own right. They follow the adventures of Shiki Ryuki, a teenage demon hunter who possesses a power called the Mystic Eyes of Death Perception. By her side is Mikiya Kokitu, a fellow investigator who hopes to get closer to Shiki. 9. Rage of Bahama, Genesis. Bounty hunter Favero Leone is busy enough with his everyday life and dodging fellow bounty hunter Kaisar Lidfard, a man who swore revenge on him. When he meets an enigmatic woman named Amira, he finds himself thrown headlong into an ancient conflict between gods, demons, and a terrifying dragon that was once sealed away. 8. The Heroic Legend of Arslan. In the year 320, Prince Arslan of the Kingdom of Pars is just about to prove his mettle on the battlefield. But before then can happen, the kingdom is betrayed by a trusted official and the whole army is slain. Now, nobody trusts the royal family, and Arslan has no choice but to flee for his life. But he doesn't want to give up on his kingdom without a fight. He'll need to gather allies and improve his strength in order to reclaim his throne. If the story itself isn't convincing enough, here's something else that might be enticing. The manga adaptation of the original novels was created by Hiramu Arakawa of Fullmetal Alchemist fame. She's also the anime's character designer. 7. Raka, Braves of the Six Flowers. Adlet Mayer, a man who believes himself to be the strongest in the world, is named one of the Braves of the Six Flowers, that is, warriors chosen by a goddess to defeat a great evil. But when he meets up with the other heroes, there are 7. Adlet is accused of being a fraud, but he knows that's not the case. The goddess did choose him. While he's trying to defend himself from unfounded accusations, he must also work to uncover the real fraud. 6. Blood Plus. Other than suffering from both anemia and amnesia, Saya Otanashi is living an ordinary life, or so she thinks. When a creature that feeds on human blood attacks her at school, a man named Haji appears and fights the creatures. But he's not just there to rescue her. He's there to feed her his blood and unlock Saya's latent abilities. After this event, Saya starts working with Haji at the Red Shield, an organization dedicated to destroying these creatures. Along the way, she discovers clues that might lead her to the memories she's lost. 5. Wolf's Rain. The world may be about to end, but there is a legend that provides hope, a legend about a gateway to paradise. But the legend states that the only ones who can access this paradise are wolves. In this world, wolves are thought to be extinct. They still exist, but they survive by transforming into humans and blending into human society. Kiba, along with a small group of other wolves, has been drawn to a destitute town called Free City by the mythical lunar flower. This flower is said to be the key to paradise, but their journey won't be easy, because they aren't the only ones trying to get their hands on the lunar flower. 4. Doro Hedoro. If you're looking for a combination of zany humor and disturbing moments, Doro Hedoro is it. The citizens of Hull are seen as expendable fodder for magical experimentation. This, of course, makes life a living hell for anyone who isn't a magic user. After Kaiman is transformed into a lizard-headed beast, his one goal is to find the magic user who did this to him and make them change him back. With restaurant owner and chef Nikudu by his side, he heads out on his dangerous quest. 3. Vampire Hunter D. Originally a manga, Vampire Hunter D has spawned 2 animated films, Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D: Bloodlust. Both are worth a watch if you can get your hands on them. They're classics for a reason. They center around the titular D, a damper who has dedicated himself to protecting humans from vampiric attacks. 2. Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions. Grimgar, Ashes and Illusions is technically an isekai, but it doesn't feel like a typical isekai. After being transported to a new world with only hazy memories of their old one, the protagonists must figure out how to survive. With few skills, no social standing, and no money, their only choice is to join the reserve army. Though this world resembles a fantasy world, it's frighteningly real. If they want to survive, they're going to have to take lives. 1. Drifters. After perishing in the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, Toyohisa Shimazu is dragged through a strange door that leads to a fantasy world. There, he meets warriors from different places and time periods on Earth, as well as fighters from fantasy worlds. These fighters, called Drifters, have been summoned to take on the Ends, the creators of the Ord Empire and the force behind the rampant persecution of elves, demi-humans, and the Drifters themselves. He soon teams up with Warlord Nobunaga Oda and the archer Yoichi Tsukataka Nasu, allies he'll need if he means to survive.